about to start in Bordeaux. The first period of extra time. Welcome back. Well, I've taken 3 minutes to rest the voice up a bit now because there's going to be 30 minutes of excitement now. I hope the voice can last for you guys. We saw a good second half there. 2 goals, but now we are going to go all the way. But it's level after that. We will have a penalty competition to decide who will go through to Thursday's semi-final. So we're all ready to go then in extra time. Germany to attack the goal to our right. Then in the second half, I'm just checking around to see if there's any substitutions being made, and I can't see any, so away we go in extra time. First half, 15 minutes each way, of course. Just to remind you, no golden or silver goals anymore. Whatever happens, we will play 30 minutes. And if it's level after that, the drama intensifies, and we'll be staying with you on this very stream all the way now till the end. These streams, as I say, last an hour each time. And now it's all down to who will have the Battle of Wales now to see who will win this tournament and see this game through. I tell you what, now they'll have to freshen up beyond all belief, because this, we're taking it out, and there's another player, yellow card being shown there to Pella. Referee, I'm sorry to say, but Victor Kasai, the way he brandishes yellow cards, I think is a disgraceful decision. I think the referee is an absolute disgrace. Decker the Wrecker retorts hi. It says hi. Hello there again. Rejoining us now for extra time. Well, it is a bad challenge on Pella by Pella on Botan, but the attitude of the referee tonight has really annoyed me. I am fed up with these Hungarian referees running like Usain Bolt, and he feels hard done by. So Pella now is suspended. I think he suspended 3 Italian players, 2 of which were undeserved, I thought, earlier on in the piece. But I think that yellow card was just about deserved. They do have the likes of El Shaarawy to call upon if should they get through, and I think that's could be a telling factor. But still, there's a long way to go in this match yet. It's all not cut and blow dried yet. So I want to let you know in the comments on the left, as we saw for a moment then, I thought Muller was going to have a shot there just inside the penalty area. Still, Germany coming forward in considerable numbers. Here comes the ball in now from number 21, Kimmich. It's nodded away once again. The referee's given a free kick, in fact, to Italy. And again he's sprinting towards the penalty box. There's a little bit of a set to going on here. And I'm afraid Victor Kasai is in danger of losing this game completely, because quite frankly some of the refereeing is nothing short of appalling. Gigi Buffon trying to add a little bit of humour to the occasion. It's a foul there on Chiellini, there's no doubt about it. Muller and Chiellini then start having a little set to. Bonucci gets himself involved. Referee crossing there. I think Gigi Buffon had the situation under control all along, don't you? There we go. Hugs and kisses all round. Well, not kisses, but hugs all round, and away we go again. 1-1, and it's good to see a bit of humour in this game with what's at stake. And here's Gangarini now at the other end, crossing from the right hand side. There's just nobody in blue gambling inside that penalty area, and it will run for a German throw just by the far corner quadrant by the German goal line. 3 minutes and 25 seconds gone of the first period of extra time. Germany 1, Italy 1. Ozil after 65 minutes. Bonucci after 77 minutes from the penalty spot has taken us, I think, on balance of play deservedly for the extra half an hour. But there's been nothing to choose, in fairness, between the two sides as the game's been going on. It's been, understandably now, because both players are tiring by the minute, it's very difficult. But one thing you can be sure of, no players are checking in out of the fight, that's for sure. Germany, of course, have used 2 of their substitutes Italy have only used one. Of course, 3 can play. They've got all the substitutes, but only 3 can come on. We've come up towards the last 10 minutes of the first period of extra time. Remember, 15 minutes they attack each way, and if there's still no decision, and we got the dreaded spot kicks. Here's Pella now for Italy, and chance here for Adair now to run into a bit of space. Chance here for a crossing from the far side, but it's well charged out. Still might come here for Italy once more. Ball playing out towards Di Scalaccio, has actually had a fine game despite picking up the yellow card. And here's Chiellini, sorry, he's had another tremendous usual match. Very assured in that Italian defence. And player, this time an Italian player going down. It's Schweinsteiger, the culprit this time. And I think that should be a yellow card for a foul of Sturaro, really, but Mr. Kasai, predictably, not giving anything against the Germans. How better than a free kick to Italy. Decker says this is an intense match. Well, you're not wrong there, son. It's very intense now. It's because there's a lot riding on it now. Adair now towards the D. Has to twist and turn. He was under pressure by 3 German defenders, and then Pella couldn't get it out of his feet, and in the end ended up having to stab it out of play for a goal kick. As we come towards 6 minutes gone in what's been a cagey so far first period of extra time, but it's understandable the way the both teams now, they're very fatigued, they're very tired, and it's easy now in the intensity. Let's just check the conditions at the moment, the weather conditions. We didn't have a chance to check that at the start. It's very hot out there, of course, in Bordeaux tonight. 21 degrees, soft, very soft pitch, 65% humidity, and the wind is up a little bit from usual, 21 kilometres an hour, so quite a windy, so a slight wind in the air, like a slight chill in the air over there, but still 21 degrees is quite warm. Certainly at this time of night in France. Free kick against Parolo, about 10 yards inside the Italian half. Well, I think Ozil was playing for that a little bit. Parolo claiming quite rightly that Ozil feigned a bit of simulation there to get the free kick, which he did, in fairness. If you look at it objectively on the action replay. Now, what the referee again is not happy. I think Gangarini's just trying to. I think Gangarini was just trying to give a bit of gamesmanship there. I think Victor Katai should just keep his nose out of it and referee the game and just let the players get on with it. I think he's been too eager tonight, the referee, I have to say. Some of the decisions has been, I think he's been an appalling ref. There's an Italian player gone down, there's a foul inside the area. It was a foul in there. There was an Italian player going over there. Free kick to Italy. Ball played in now. There's a bit of a crowd scene there. There's the ball played in. There's a the referee must have not been in a very good position to see. I didn't see a foul there, but nevertheless, free kick to Italy. Who's your money on now, folks? This is Gangarini. And Parolo finds Gangarini again down the left-hand side. And now a chance for Di Scalaccio to play it out towards the far side flank and the right-hand side, where an opportunity was arising there for maybe Darmian to make something of it, but a throw it is, and there's Antonio Conte, a passionate man. I'm sure both Joachim Low and Antonio Conte, the two respective managers, will just be like me at the end, no voice, after what's been a very cagey extra time. We're halfway through the first period, of course. We're coming up rapidly towards 10 minutes gone. It's just flown by the first 8.5 minutes, and at the moment there's been no trouble in the scorers at the moment. It's been rather cagey, it's been rather scrappy, but you would expect that with both teams fatigued and tired and everything else. You haven't missed anything else, John Christopassis. Just a few niggly fouls, a bit scrappy in the midfield area, but there's nothing at the moment. There's not been any real significant goal mouth scrambles or any chances at the moment. because let's be fair, John, it's not been, both teams, let's be fair, have put a lot into the 90 minutes preceding the extra time. It's been that sort of a game, and I think both sides. Decker the Wrecker says also, who do you think deserves man of the match? Very hard to tell, because there's been some very good performances from both sides. What I might do is wait until we finish the night, and then we might. Why don't actually let me throw the question back to you guys. Let's do a little small vote on who should be man of the match, and whoever gets the most votes will win JB's man of the match award. So let's throw it out to you listeners. Who do you think will be man of the match? And I'll make a decision 3 minutes from the end of the second period of extra time. So get your votes in now, folks, for the next sort of 10-20 minutes. As Muller tries a shot from over 25 yards, he'll try again, gets the shot in, deflects, and it will be a corner this time for Germany. 10 minutes of the game gone. Decker the Wrecker has made the first vote for Gigi Buffon. Good shout there. Whoever gets the most votes will take. Well, we won't take away the man of the match award, but they won't get the award, of course. But they'll get a special mention from me for man of the match. As the ball comes in towards the 6-yard box, I think that should have been left, to be fair, there by the defender Paolo, and really that was not sensible thing to do, because if you see it again, if he'd have left that then the Italians would have been home and hosed then. But now they've got to face a Tony Cruz corner on the far side, and he'll whip that in with his Wanderer right foot. Schweinsteiger's in there, Draxler's in there, plenty in white in that penalty area, but he's gone short amazingly. Ball pulled back. Now then, there's all back to Hector. Now Boateng winds it up with his right foot, strikes it, and it's wide of the target. And the goal kick to Germany just goes wide of the far post. Buffon's near post as he looks at it, and an easy, and he wasn't needed to make any save at all. Buffon's a very good shout. In fact, as Decker the Wrecker actually says, he's made 2 outstanding pieces of goalkeeping, and that match saving save at 1-0. If that had gone in from Thomas Muller, that back heel, then it would have been game, set and match to Germany. But as it was, Gigi Buffon, 38 years young, making saves of that world class ilk. I think if he's not better than Zoff, he's certainly up there with Dino Zoff as probably the best ever Italian goalkeeper. That's surely got to be a foul there, and he's going to give it for handball. That is ridiculous. If it is, that is ridiculous. He was fouled there for sure. How on earth? That's a pure trip, and if he's given that for handball, it's one of the most disgraceful refereeing decisions I have ever seen. That is the most ridiculous yellow card, and at the moment, if you were going to do a poll in the stadium for villain of the match, I think both sets of supporters would agree that Victor Kasai, the Hungarian referee, would top that poll 99 times out of 100. That was the worst decision I have ever seen in the tournament from any referee. Diabolical decision. That was a clear foul on Gangarini, and the referee's given it for handball. That is a pathetic decision from the Hungarian referee, and if I was assessing him, I would call for him to be stuck off the FIFA list, because this is not the sort of refereeing standards we expect from FIFA approved officials. Decker the Wrecker agrees as well. That was a silly decision, absolutely silly decision, and he's concurring with me about the refereeing there. Meanwhile, Germany, well, I've seen some crackpot decisions in this tournament from 1 or 2 referees. Last night was 1 or 2 of them in particular when Welsh players were getting unfairly booked, but that decision to book Gangarini for nothing when he was clearly fouled just boggles the mind. Honestly, this game's in danger of being overshadowed by the referee, and I'm afraid that the referee is ruining this game. I'm sorry, but the referee has been an absolute... He's been diabolical throughout. He's been lethargic. He's been poor. Some of these decisions. The only decision he's got right was the Italian penalty, by the way. but everything else I think he's more or less got wrong. And tackles flying in there. Chiellini will get there first and knocks the ball out. I mean, where do you get these Hungarian and Slovakian officials from? They haven't the thing is, in their domestic leagues, they do not referee big enough games at domestic level to warrant them refereeing games of this magnitude. It's like the Norwegian referee in that Chelsea-Barcelona European game back in 2009. He didn't give 4 blatant penalties to Chelsea, remember? And Jamie Redknapp, I remember at the time, saying we should have the best Italian officials, the best Spanish officials, the best English officials, but yet the UEFA keep insisting on employing referees like Victor Kasai, who actually blows for half-time and extra time, so they'll quickly take on some fluid. We'll stick with you here. Keep voting for man of the match, by the way. The player with the most votes at the end of extra time will be announced as the JB man of the match. They're all taking refreshments. Even I don't know whether the German backroom staff have been to McDonald's or not. They're all drinking out of McDonald's cups at the moment. So, well, we are working overtime now. Listeners are listening overtime as well. The referee has been an absolute... I'm going to go back to that decision to book the number 23, Gangarini, because that was one of the worst ever refereeing decisions in the tournament. How in the world is that a handball offence when he's clearly tripped? I've never seen Victor Kasai hang your head in shame, because I think your decision making tonight, apart from the penalty, which, to be fair, he got right, well, apart from that though, his decision making has been diabolical, and I think he's tried to book brandish yellow cards for overzealous reasons. And I think he's trying to write his name all over the cash, I'm afraid. It's a big game, it's a massive occasion, and why have we got a referee of Victor Kasai, who's not had enough, I don't think has had enough big game experience domestically to warrant this sort of game. I'm sorry, but if he's a FIFA approved referee, then I'm sorry, but there's obviously the standards for FIFA the criteria for FIFA referees must be very low at the moment, because that, I'm afraid to say, if I was assessing him, the penalty aside, he would be taken off the FIFA list for me, and I'd be calling for his name. There he is. And if he looks back on the video later on, he will be absolutely disgraced with himself, because his performance, apart from the penalty, which he got right in fairness, has been absolutely diabolical. Both teams have now swapped around with a bit of fluid on board, and now 15 minutes to go. If there's no winner in those 15 minutes, we will be working even more overtime, because we will have the penalties as well to come, and so we'll bring you those as well if we get them. But there are 15 minutes to go. If we find a winner, we won't need penalties, which would be a bit of a relief, really. You don't really want to see knockout rounds decided on penalties, although it's great for the supporters, it's great for the commentators, even if it's nerve tingling. It's not the way you want to go in a tournament. Germany won, Italy won. Is the scoreline in this third European Championship quarter-final. The fourth one to come tomorrow night between France and Iceland in Saint-Denis. Could well be going... I mean, you would make... Well, according to the bookies, French are the favourites to win that one. But I have to say, this game has been even Stevens, and I think it probably is destined to go to extra time. Don't forget to vote for man of the match, folks. Let's see if we've had any more votes as we just go back a minute or two, as that ball is swinging towards the penalty area once again, and Muller was right in there, so too was Draxler. In fact, Draxler had the effort just by the bar post, but it's knocked out for a goal kick, and to huge relief of the Italians. In fact, it was a good effort, in fact, by Draxler, the overhead kick, and it wasn't far away, it wasn't too far over the bar, but I think a goalkeeper of Gigi Buffon's undoubted quality was there for all to see. An injury picked up by Adair. He's going to play no further part, and it means now he will be replaced by Lorenzo Insignia, or Inze, I think is the pronunciation. Let's see if there's anyone else been voting for man of the match. MGH, please vote for your man of the match if you can. Did you see the Bonucci penalty? I called it very well. I thought it was a penalty, and Bonucci took the penalty very well. A great penalty, and well, though, if it was to go to penalties, they would probably require him to take another one. You'll feel confident if it does go to a penalty shootout. But we could still get a winner in the next 12 minutes for stoppage time, though. I have to say, Victor Kasai, Matt, has been an absolute disgrace. The yellow card that Gangarini picked up was a disgrace. He was clearly fouled, but the referee then gave it away. Matt Brown naming another Italian into the hat. Bonucci, man of the match, class defender. I'll have to concur. Here's Gangarini now to Di Scalaccio. He's really run himself into the ground here. And really, who's going to win it now? It's going to become really stretched now. And at the other end, we've got Draxler making a good burst. And it's just overhit by Draxler for Thomas Muller, who just about keeps it in play. Plays it back to Schweinsteiger. He's got a bit of space. He might line it up with the right foot. He does. Tries the shot and just didn't have enough dip to get it under the crossbar, and it sailed over the top. It was rising all the time. It was a good attempt at a half volley from about 20 yards, but it was rising all the time, and as we see the opportunity that really went awry when Draxler overhit the pass to Muller. If it had been perfectly weighted, there's no doubt at all that Muller would have been through on goal with just the big frame of Gigi Buffon to beat, and even then there'd have been no guarantee of beating the great Italian goalkeeper, who's had a super match again as usual. And probably both goalkeepers don't deserve to have one put past them, but even so, Matt makes the point that the ref has been poor as Muller flicks that on. It's an easy one for Buffon. Both teams now very, very fatigued and tired now. Just back to Matt, he says the referee once again has been poor. Well, it's Victor Kasai, just to remind you. He seems nowadays that no refs can do a job. Well, as I alluded to early on in the first period of extra time, late on in the first period of extra time, to have a referee of Victor Kasai referee a match of this magnitude must be, I mean, if FIFA are looking for good referees, well, they've not got one in this fella. If I was assessing him, I'll be honest with you, Matt, I think apart from the penalty decision, which he got correct because it was a clear handball by Boateng and he knew it, and here he is now trying to nod it back to Neuer and just has enough legs on it, and Neuer gets it out and gets the game going again. What a game now this could be. One goal now would win it for either Germany or Italy. Who will get the goal? Here's Kimmich in field. Here's Schweinsteiger inside the centre circle, 10 yards inside the Italian half. Ball easily cut out. Now Aldenez. It's all becoming a little bit stretched. 10 minutes of extra time to go. Cruz has it now. He's got Mats Hummels now trotting forward, midway inside the Italian half. Schweinsteiger to Cruz. Who's your money on now, folks? Cruz again. And now asks a little bit now. And in fact it's out of play for a throw for Italy. Poor ball. Asked a lot of Kimmich on the far side. Joshua Kimmich has not had a bad game in fairness. He's put one or two quality balls in from the right hand side, but the likes of Muller and Gomez earlier on couldn't snap them up. Draxler hasn't really gone into the game at all. He was very impressive in that last 16. The world champions won. Italy won. They've won the Euro. They came within an ace of winning Euro 2012, of course, Italy, but they were beaten by the tiki-taki of Spain. But they got their revenge in the round of 16 by putting in a fantastic performance and sending Spain home. Here's Hummels now for Spain, for Germany rather. Of course, Del Bosque, of course, has done a Roy Hodgson and resigned. Of course, his time was definitely up there after that defeat to Italy, and Spain will now need a new direction, and maybe the class, maybe that golden period for Spanish football is up now, and they'll have to look for new ideas and new ways to get Spain back to the top of the tree again, because it looks as if Spain could be back in the international wilderness once again. Here's Schweinsteiger now down the near side, gets away from his man, and well, that is another. Well, I'm afraid to say, yeah, book the player by all means, Kasai, but let the game continue. Well, I have to say, unless it's a booking for Schweinsteiger, which I've got a feeling it might be, then that's fair enough. I thought the Italian, well, initially I thought the Italian player had fouled, but I was going to say advantage, but the referee was right. It is a free kick to Italy, and well spotted. Decadereca reckons it'll go to penalties. Matt says FIFA were very strange. It's like the Europa League final again, remember? Oh yeah, I remember it very, very well indeed. Here's Pelado, edge of the penalty area, onside, and a chance here inside the area. Shot comes in, Insigne inside the area, got it out, and then Neuer makes an absolute meal of that, and well, reading to that if you will. I was keeping one eye on the computer screen and one eye on the monitor, and Neuer, I think it's got the free kick given for him, but I think goalkeepers have get too much protection from referees, I have to say. Well, I have to agree with Decadereca and Matt at the moment. I think it will go to penalties. What do you think, Aggie, if you're listening? Who do you think's been man in the match? Let me know in the comments section. We've got about 7 minutes, so get your man. If anyone hasn't voted in man of the match, please get your comments in on the right hand side of the stream. Meanwhile, we got Germany at the other end, down the left hand end, of course. Howden heads forward. It's all or nothing now. One goal now from either side would swing it. Cruz now. It needs to be a good delivery. It is a good delivery, but again, nobody gambling. But how lucky is Manuel Neuer in that German goal? Slipped and he hit the referee, would you believe? There was nothing wrong with that. Well, Victor Kasai is just got in the way of everything. There was no offside against Insigne initially, and really that was a good effort. He could only do so much with that effort, and then the referee gets in the way. It almost led to an Italian goal, and then he started blowing. He just let the game go on. It's Neuer's fault if he hits it against the referee. JB, I'm asked as well. Matt says, who's the better goalkeeper, De Gea or Neuer? Well, I have to say, in this tournament, both have been brilliant, but I think if you would, I would say neither, because I think Gigi Buffon has been far and away the best goalkeeper in the tournament so far with the saves he's made, and considering how old he is, 38 years old, I think he's been brilliant. Free kick against Chiellini, by the way, for a foul on Thomas Muller on the far side. And good sportsmanship there being shown. Shake of the hands, and some nervous looks there on Italian faces. You look nervously at the big screen there. Anyone else who wanted to comment on man of the match, please let me know in the comments. Decadereca reckons De Gea's the best goalkeeper around at the moment. But it's a free kick and a bit of work for the aforementioned Buffon maybe to do here from this set play. From the right hand side as we look, it's going to be floated in there from the far side. It's headed away easily. In fact, there was a bit of pushing and shoving. I think the free kick will have to be retaken again. There's pushing and shoving going on here. And Victor Kasai, I'm sorry, but yeah, but you're losing control of this game, my friend. So the free kick to be retaken again from the far side. Boateng had gone down as well. I think it was purely accidental. Thomas Muller having words to say. The referee hasn't helped the flow of the game, let's be fair. And he should not be allowed to referee another international tournament again, as the free kick is floated in this time. Again, good defence by the Italians. They've looked very, very strong as Boateng now goes down the left hand side. And kept in by Draxler, who finds Hummels. Hummels sends the ball in there, but it's too close to Gigi Buffon. The ball intended for Schweinsteiger in the penalty box, but it was Gigi Buffon's all the way. He could have put a cap, blanket and scarf on that one, and he has still caught it. And that's the sort of calibre this goalkeeper is at 38, as Matt says. He proves himself year after year after year. Wrestle's gone again. This is not going to help things at all down there I think both managers will have a few words to say to the referee regardless of what happens afterwards, whoever wins this game, because it's been brilliant. Monkey says Pella man in the match because I support Southampton. Well, he's worked hard, to be fair, Pella. Very unfortunate to pick up the yellow card. Do I think it will go to penalties? Well, if I was a betting man, yes, but when you make a prediction, sometimes it can come back and bite you on the old backside, as it were. And there's still time for a winning goal. We've had a couple of chances in this second half. Amazingly, this man in the match nominations have come from everyone who's been an Italian. No German player nominated at the moment. Here's Ozil though. He's had a decent match as well. And Muller tries to send it in there. There was great appeals from the German fans for handball, but never going to be given. And now here's a chance now for Italy just to break out and just break up the play a little bit here with Pella, who could be a candidate for possibly taking one of the penalties if it gets that far. And the ball gets played in towards Pella. It's way over hit, and now Victor Kassai's got some more work to do now. As we see this opportunity again, it was Muller inside the area, stabs it forward. No penalty. Hit him in the face. Good decision for once by Victor Kassai, who I'm afraid, apart from the handball decision he got right for the Italian penalty which got them back into the game, and that particular decision has really not set the game on fire for me. He's been very picky and he's been blown up every 5 minutes, which has not done the flow of the game any favours. He's made some poor decisions as well. But let's hope we're not talking about the referee come the end and we see a dramatic end and he deserves to have a dramatic end whichever way it goes. Boateng now plays the ball in, chances here, shot comes in. It was Mesut Ozil from just outside the area, but he hit it straight at Gigi Buffon, who just patted the ball down and just caught it very, very casually, and just takes some of the sting out of it now and just calm things down for the Italians now. We're just hanging on a little bit, but obviously offside would have been given against Draxler there if he'd have carried on. Buffon has possession, and again he'll take his time. Inside the last minute of extra time, we're staying with this stream, come what may, whether it's a winning goal or we go to penalties. Here's a chance now, maybe in the last minute for Insigne, but he just overran it there. It was a good idea, he had to try and run it. Had to run past 5 German defenders, but he almost did it. Oh, bad touch there by the number 3 there. That's tiness for you. That's so tiness for you. The number 20 you're referring to is Lorenzo Insigne. And, well, Conte now wanting to get on with the game. It's a bad mistake really by Hector, who hasn't really put a foot wrong. Now, what's the referee seen this time? Well, there's a player gone down. Has the referee blown for the game? No, there's a substitution. It's all happening here. Zaza's going to be gone for Giannini. Now, this is possibly with penalties in mind. I think we're all resigned to the fact that we will see penalties now in this game, and Simone Zaza will come on and try and possibly to be one of the nominated penalty takers. Zaza, who plays his club football with Juventus, of course. A lot of Juve players there. Conte, of course, managed Juventus for many, many years. So we're now into time added on. We've played about 30 seconds, and that surely must be that now. I'm surely now, without any doubt at all, now we'll have penalties. Last chance now to get your man in the match in. We've got one for Buffon, one for Pella, and one for somebody else. We are going to extra time, of course, and so let's have a look again and see what we got. So who will go to penalties? Monkey has said twice he's going to penalties, and now I hope you guys can stay with me. If Maria's on, we need you to say some booms, because we're going to see some booming penalties, I'm sure. So penalties it is. We're going to stay with you now. Just to remind you that that the 4th quarter final will be in full tomorrow, full commentary. I hope Monkey, MJH and everyone else can join me It's 1-1, and if anyone has missed these games in the tournament so far and would like to catch up, all my live streams are all to view. They all get uploaded afterwards, so if you want to rerun the fun commentary from my good self, then you know you're more than welcome to do so, and that's the perks of being a subscriber. Monkey says he's been ill. Well, we wish you the best of health. For hopefully you'll get better soon, and you'll be back and up on your feet again. So it's all about getting the lists for the 5 nominated penalty takers. Just to remind you the rules for penalties. 5 penalties for either side to start with, and if it's double after 5 we got a sudden death, and then it's all means if one team takes a penalty and miss, and then the other team scores, and then it's all over basically. But if they keep going, we'll all go around again. It could be the fact where everyone could take a penalty. It has been known in some shootouts. I remember a cup tie, I think 2 years ago, where I think it was the second round of the FA Cup, where they all went round the starting 11, the finishing 11s, taking penalties. The 2 goalkeepers, I think, took a penalty each as well. Well, if that is the case, we could be here all night. If you're listening in America or Australia, could be there all day. I'm kind of better, he says. Do you know Lucozade helps? Well, it certainly does. Yeah, Lucozade is one of the best cures for that, as the Italians huddle there, hugs all around being offered. Neuer, he's been superb. So it's time for, well, will one of Gigi Buffon or Manuel Neuer be heroes, or will they have little or no chance with these penalties? You would think, with the calibre of players on both sides out there, you would think the penalty standards now. Gigi Buffon is a great penalty stopper. Neuer is having a look there. Schweinsteiger, who took over from Neuer early on, he came on after 15 minutes. Buffon there, and well, whatever happens tonight, Victor Kassai, I'm afraid, will be ashamed of his performance throughout the 120 minutes now. The penalties are a totally different matter now. It's a lottery. It's a toss of the coin. They're going to take the penalties at the right-hand end of the stadium as the TV cameras go. Italy got to the final and lost. They lost 4-0 4 years ago. The tournament takes place, of course, every 4 years. Now there's usually 2 coin tosses for these. First of all, for the choice of ends, and then secondly for who will kick first in this penalty shootout. And we'll find out in just a minute which goalkeeper will face up first. Now, I'm assuming the penalties are going to be taken down the right-hand side, and that's where Buffon's going now, and Neuer will follow him now as Victor Kassai instructs him now, and it's going to be Italy to go first. And it's going to be Insigne to go first then. Neuer will have to face the first penalty. And a lot about that, as both goalkeepers there acknowledge each other. They're both tremendously talented goalkeepers in their own right. Both at different ends of the spectrum. Neuer, the younger keeper, in his mid-20s, mid to late 20s. And the more experienced Buffon, 38 years old. So here we go then. Italy's first penalty will be taken by Insigne. He plays his club football, of course. He wasn't on the field for too long. Insigne actually plays his club football for Napoli in Italy. Very good player. And what a chance there for him to really make his mark in these penalty shootouts. Remember, 5 penalties each, and if it's level after 5, it's sudden death, but we'll explain that as we go along. So Insigne will go first then against Neuer. From 12 yards, they're being at the right end of the ground. Remember, Neuer must not move off the line before the kick is taken. And we've got that extra official behind the goal to watch him across the line. And he's got to watch him like a hawk as Insigne goes up right-footed and sends Neuer the wrong way, and it goes in the right-hand corner of the net. And Italy have a good start and go 1 up. Neuer dived to his left. The ball went to his right. And the ball went to the right. He dived left. 1-0. To Italy. And the first kick now for First kick now for Germany will be taken by the evergreen Toni Kroos. And what a moment this could be. They're very good on penalties. They've only lost one shootout in their entire history. That was the Euro 76 final with the Panenka style chip. Kroos against Buffon, 1-1. Went to the keeper's left, and Buffon was in an ace of saving that one. But it's one apiece after one penalty each. And we saw some very good penalties in the Portugal-Poland game the other night. Second penalty now for Italy to be taken here by Zaza, who came on, as I suspected, with penalty kicks in mind. That's why the coach brought him on. Short to run it, will be with the left foot, trying to put Neuer off. Zaza, oh no, he's hitting over the bar with his left foot. That was an unbelievably poor penalty. Neuer not required to make a save. He went the wrong way, in fact. He took too long. The runner was absolutely... I don't know what he was playing at there, the Juventus man, but that was a brainless penalty. So it means Germany now have a chance to go 2-1 ahead. And Tommy Muller will take it. And you would wager with the right foot, but Gigi Buffon now has got to bail Italy out. Right-footed, Buffon on the line, and Buffon is saved! Buffon is saved! It was a poor penalty from Thomas Muller, and it was an easy high for goalkeeper Buffon. If the first two penalties were superb penalties, well, the next two have been nothing short of diabolical. And it remains 1-1. Both scored one and both missed one. Unbelievable. So, here we go again. Penalty again. It's going to be Barzaghi, who's had a fantastic game so far. Can he make it? 2-1 to Italy. Right-footed. Down the middle it goes. Neuer going the wrong way. And Italy restore their lead. 2-1 they lead after 3 penalties for them. But obviously Germany have still got a penalty in hand. And if Neuer had stayed at home, he would have saved that. So the next one now for Italy. Well, it's Mesut Ozil of Arsenal. I hope you guys are listening at home and on tenterhooks now. Gigi Buffon has made one save. It was an easy one. There's a lot of Germans in the crowd that can't look. Mesut Ozil, will it be the left foot? Looks like it. The run-up is short. Ozil with it, and it's in the post. Buffon went the wrong way, and another poor penalty from Germany. And all the world champions on the verge of an exit in the quarter-finals of the European Championships. Is it Italy's night? That is another unbelievably poor penalty. He did everything, put the ball in the back of the net, which you have to do. And Italy's third penalty now. Well, for the fourth penalty, it's Graziano Pella. Now, this would put Italy on the brink now, a match point. Pella now right-footed with the penalty. Oh no, he sent it wide. And nerves are getting the better, not just of the German players, but the Italians as well. He sent it right at the far post. And Neuer not required to make a save. And I think he would have got there anyway. Oh my word. It's no good for the nerves, no good for the tension. Well, we saw great examples of penalties the other night. We're seeing examples of poor ones tonight. Julian Draxler, the next to try up his luck now with Germany's fourth penalty. Right-footed against the great Gigi Buffon. And that's their way out to take them into the right-hand corner. It is 2-2 now with 4 penalties each taken. And Joachim Löw's side have escaped for the moment anyway. We've seen we saw a flurry of absolute appalling penalties, and that one has just broken the mould. Well, it's virtually sudden death now because it's the 5th penalty, and it's going to be Bonucci, who has already scored 1 penalty tonight, and it was a good one as well in the right hand corner at the same end, of course. In the 77th minute, now it's Bonucci against Neuer, Mark 2, and Neuer is saved. Did he move though? Well, I'll have to look at that again, but it's Germany on the brink. Let's have a look at it again. Did he move? Well, he moved off the line by at least a yard, but it's going to be allowed by the Hungarian officials, so it's match point now to Germany, and it's the captain Schweinsteiger who's going to take it, and if he scores, it's Germany who will go through to the second semi-final to play neither France or Iceland on Thursday night. And he usually bangs these in. Short run up, which is always a worry. Right foot, and he's blasted over the bar! It remains 2-2! Oh my goodness me! Is anyone going to win tonight? We now go to sudden death! 5 penalties have been taken, only 4 have been taken. We've had out of 10 penalties, 4 have been scored, 2-2 it remains, and now it's down to the players who will probably won't want to take one down the line, but they'll have to volunteer anyway. So now Gangarini has played superbly now. The next penalty, the Italian 6th penalty, the first of the sudden death ones. Right foot, scores down the middle. Now the pressure back on the Germans now. Can Buffon come up with a save, or will Germany escape again? What a good penalty that was from Gangarini. A prime example on how to take a penalty and show one or two of the more experienced heads. And here comes the 5th, the 6th penalty for Germany. It's Mats Hummels, who's just joined Bayern Munich from Borussia Dortmund. He has to score. It's a short run up. He steps up right footed, and it's there, and Buffon just for a moment I thought had saved it, but Hummels has just about got it in, and it's 3-3 now. And the tension, it gets to the players, it gets to the fans, it gets to the commentary box, I can tell you. And that was a cool penalty, although the goalkeeper did very well to even reach that, even if it did go in the back of the net. Well, at this moment we could be here until gone 2 o'clock in the morning. Next penalty now for Italy, and that's a good one. Good penalty. Number 18 took the hit and he sent Moya the wrong way. It was Paolo, and once again it's match point Italy for the 3rd time in this shootout. Oh, the nerves are unpalpable. We could be here till gone midnight here at this rate. Well, it's almost midnight now in France now. So this fella, so here we go again. The penalty. If Kimmich fails from this penalty, Germany will lose a penalty shootout for the first time since 1976. And we'll be out in the quarter-final stage. Long run up, right footed against Buffon. Kimmich scores 4-4, sorry. Great penalty now. We're seeing some good penalties now when it matters most. A little smile there from Joachim Löw, the German manager. Oh, Buffon guessed right as well. So it's 4-4. And we're now into the 8th penalty now. Di Scalaccio is the next one up. And at the way things are going right now, the goalkeepers could be required to take penalties against each other. Gigi Buffon and Manuel Neuer will be hoping that doesn't be the case. Here's Di Scalaccio now, right foot, gets it in off the crossbar down the middle, and once again Italy, match point for them. Remember, the next one to miss now could be the most costly miss, because now Jerome Boateng will step forward and again, like previously, has to score, because if he misses now with the most costly miss of his life, and Italy will go into the semi-finals on Thursday night to play neither Iceland or France, who play off tomorrow. Boateng, short run up, right foot, in the net it goes, 5-5, and now the penalties are going in like rockets after that flurry of poor penalties. So 5-5 now, I think. I'm losing count just because of the drama here. So 5 apiece. We've had about 8 penalties. We're now onto the 9th takers. I didn't want to tempt fate when I said this, but now we could be here till literally midnight. It's number 4 now for Italy, Matteo Darmian of Manchester United. Again with the right foot, a bit of a long run up. Oh, it's a poor penalty. It was at a decent height. And now it's Germany's to lose now, because if they score now, it could be all over for Italy. Oh, you must feel for the man from Manchester United. Frustration. It was a tired penalty. And it means now, if Germany score the next one, it's all over. And it's now Hector, number 3. He'll wind up this left foot. It's a longish run up. 12 yards. Can Buffon rescue Italy this time? He can't. It goes right through him. And Germany, hooker by crook, are in the semi-finals of the European Championships. And how cruel on Italy, who fought so hard and so well. And Darmian will have to carry the responsibility of being the villain. But the Italian fans applaud as one, because they know their side really put up a brave battle against the world champions tonight. Handshakes all around between the two sets of players, but my goodness, what a penalty shootout that was. The Germans win it 6-5 on penalties after 9 penalties each. And I have to say, we've had it all tonight, the drama, suspense and everything else. And I think we'll give Gigi Buffon the man of the match for Italy, just to balance it out a bit. Poor Italy, and poor Gigi Buffon. He came within an inch of saving it, because it wasn't the best penalty either, but he just had enough pace on it to beat the goalkeeper. And the Germans have kept up their very proud record of not losing a penalty shootout since the 1976 European Championship final, when Anthony Panenka buried German hopes for Czechoslovakia that particular night. And Buffon got a wrist on that as well. And look at Neuer's celebration. I don't think he needed to make he made 2 easy saves in the shootout. But that's cruel look on Italy. But it's Germany who go through. Let's have a look at some of the comments. Ryan McHugh, come on the Germans. God's sake, oh my God. We're going to give the man in the match though to Neuer. He did superbly well. Well, there we go. What else can you say after a dramatic night's football? But the Italians, they can be proud of their thing. Paul Chen says, Deutschland wins, I'm shaking here. Well, we were all shaking in listening and watching, and commentators. I think the players were shaking. There were some very, very appalling penalties from both Italy and Germany. But, well, poor old Matteo Darmian, the Manchester United man, will have to carry the burden of the decisive missed penalty. And unfortunately, it's the cruelest way to go out. But Gigi Buffon leaves with his head held high. The Germans go on to the semi-finals. Aggie says, I said I was cheering for the Italians, but the Germans were fierce. I said that on Friday, by the way. Well, unfortunately, there you go. But Italy should be proud. But Germany, both teams were close. It was just one of those unfortunate things, I suppose. But Italy should feel hard done by. At least my neighbours now move forward. Well, they move forward to a potential semi-final meeting with the French or the Icelandics on Wednesday, Thursday night, and you'll be able to see who Germany play, or hear who Germany might play tomorrow night, because we have the 4th quarter-final in full for you. We're just having a look at the penalty save again. This is Darmian's miss. It was easy for Neuer. He just had to guess right, and that's what he did. Paul Chan says, great job with the penalty, keep it up. And, well, it's a sad way to lose. And Hector, who really didn't put a foot wrong in the match all night, well, kept his cool. So there we go, fine. Fantastic. I'm glad that you was able to join the drama. I feel very, very sad for the Italians, who really performed as one, as an 11. They really did that themselves proud. But it's Germany, hooker by crook, almost Portuguese style, go through. Aggie says, can't wait to listen to you, JB, to the next match. Well, you've only got 24 hours, less than that to wait, because we're back on the air at 7:50 in the evening, British time, to, I don't know what time that is over in Canada. I'm sure it'll be late mid-afternoon where you are, but you'll be able to hear us at the same time tomorrow evening, because the kick-off in British time tomorrow night will be 8 o'clock for France versus Iceland. I'll be there. I hope you'll be there. Paul Chan says he will be there tomorrow. He says see you tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow, Paul. We'll see you tomorrow, Aggie. We'll see you tomorrow, Matt. We'll see you tomorrow, everyone. And but we'll leave you with the news that Italy are out of the European Championships in the cruelest of fashions, but the Germans, the world champions, march on to the semi-finals, where they'll play Iceland or France, who play off in the final quarter-final tomorrow. We'll see you at 7:50 p.m. just after tomorrow evening, British time. But for me, JB, from me, John Stottard, JB, it's a very good night to you all. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.